Welcome to Glowing Up Latina.
Hey.
Hello.
I'm Christina.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Liana.
What is up, you guys? How are y'all doing today?
Good.
Yeah.
Doing well, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Doing good. Doing good. Excited because it's our 10th episode.
Oh my
It
God,
is our 10th
guys.
episode.
10th episode. Round of applause. Round of applause.
Love that for us.
Yay.
How are you feeling? We're recording a little later this time.
I feel better. Right before this, I had allergies come full force. And then Amanda drugged me, and now I feel better.
Drugged her.
I'm kidding. She gave me a Benadryl. No,
And the people listening to this, same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Oh, how's it going for you guys? How are y'all? We're good, right? We're
Good.
feeling good.
Very good, very good. I'm excited for this episode.
I am too. We're going to be talking about our mommy.
Yes.
So exciting. Because Mother's Day is this Sunday, you guys.
Yeah.
It's this Sunday. Do not forget.
Yeah.
This is our Mother's Day episode. We're so excited for it. You guys, do y'all want to be moms?
Yes,
Yeah, I
I
do.
do. We're approaching that age, that time in our lives
Yeah.
to become moms, experience motherhood. I've always wanted to. There was a point where, in my early 20s, where I just wanted to have a kid. And I had like extreme baby fever. Oh my God. But then I got Oro, and then Oro put everything into perspective, like what it takes to be a mom.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, I don't think like, now is a good time to have a kid. So yeah, so that
Yeah.
went out the window.
Me and my dog are barely hanging on. Now
Yeah.
what a child gonna do?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I do want to become a mom.
Yeah, I definitely want to be a mom. No more than 3. But if I stop at 2, then I stop at 2.
Oh, I don't know about the count. Like,
Well, like, I grew up with siblings.
Yes.
So, like, I want my child to.
My
'cause
child has to have siblings.
Yeah, I was an only child for, like, 7-8 years.
yeah.
Oh my God, I forget that.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Matthew are 7 years apart, or 6, technically. But his birthday is, like, later in the year, so it's kind of 7 years.
Yeah.
And then Omar and I are, like, 9 years apart, so we have a larger difference.
Mhm.
But we're closer. We're close today, so thank God. I hope it always stays that way. But I want my kids to have siblings too. Not so far different.
Yeah, that I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think your age difference would that's not ideal for you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because like when Omar was born, I remember Omar and I was just like, we always butted heads. And like, I feel like if you're closer in age, yes, you'll butt heads. But I feel like you'll have like that kind of like more special, closer bond. Because
Gotcha.
like Matthew and Omar, they're only 2 years apart. And they have a bond that I'm not a part of because like they're only 2 years apart and I'm 7. So I'm way later in life.
But also, like, they have a bond because, like, they're brothers.
I was
Like,
gonna say,
my
they're
brothers
boys,
have
they're
that same
brothers, so
thing.
yeah.
Like, it's
yeah.
okay. If I had enough time and enough resources, I think I'd want like 5 kids.
Jesus Christ, Christina. My God.
Christina, I am at like if God gives me twins, if I have a set of twins, boy,
I'm done.
girl,
Yes.
I am done. Twins
a
and
wrap.
I'm set. You don't have to give
I
me
have
any
definitely
more.
said that. If I get twins, my tia, twins, boy and girl. I mean, she had another kid after that, but if that was me,
Like,
I would be done.
that's it, done, one and done. We're great. But if I had 2 girls or 2 boys,
You want to try again?
to see if I could get the opposite sex.
I was gonna say like raising girls is like probably even worse, but like raising boys too is just like they're raising kids is just like a
I
full-time
keep
job.
hearing from parents that boys are easier than girls.
Oh yeah, I've always
I can
heard that.
yeah I can see that.
Honestly, like thinking about my mom raising me, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're probably right. Boys are easier.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I just want like the cute little mom. Like I think about my mom as in a relationship,
that's okay.
and like I want that. I'm just like,
Or I want that, or like sometimes I'm afraid, like if I have a girl, like our relationship won't live up to what like my mom and
Yeah.
my mom and I's relationship.
what if my kid doesn't like me? What do I do then?
Right. What if they hate
Like,
me?
crap. Yeah, that's my biggest fear in having a girl, because I know my mom and I are so close.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that like my relationship with my daughter will be just as the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's funny. My coworker the other day, she was just like, "I picture you to be a boy mom," and I was like, "I can see that too." I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Whatever the Lord
Whatever
gives
the
me,
Lord
I
gives
will
me,
take.
I will thank you. I will take it.
Whatever I am blessed with,
There you
I
go.
will love.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah.
So, what does it mean to you guys to be a mom? Or like, what do you think of when you think of a mom? Or what do you think of when you think of your mom? I threw 3 questions. Choose one. I don't care.
I think just someone who's just like there for you and just like to walk you through and guide you and like give you a hug when you feel like you don't need it, but then you get it and you're just like, oh wow, like I needed this, and that person knew that I needed that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Always
I don't know if that
at the
makes
right
sense.
moment, at the
Mhm.
right time,
Yeah.
knows what to say. That's all. That's how
Yeah.
I see like a
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah. But on top of all of those nurturing things, I see a mom as being someone who's I don't, how do you say it in English? Valiente, like someone
Valiant.
valiant.
Yeah.
Is that the like
Yeah,
the little
that's-
that
yeah.
valiant? I see someone who's like strong and like
Mm-hmm.
you know, taking the punches and still getting up anyway. After.
100%. Rolling with the punches
Yeah.
Mhm.
and like keep like moving forward. When I think of the word mom, obviously my mom pops into my head, but like other things are like caring, loving, supportive. Someone who just takes on the world for their child and like will do anything. You said protective, being protective of their child.
Mm-hmm.
Just being there, and like I think the main thing is just like being supportive
Yeah.
of your kid. Yeah, understanding.
Yeah, definitely. My mom's just, I don't know. I obviously think of my mom when I think of a mom. And I think of somebody who has just, my mom was young when she had me,
Mhm.
so we grew up together. And I feel like me and her, my brothers, have come, I think I touched on this in an earlier episode, have come to realize like the places where we could have been better for each other. And because my mom, like, she's the first to admit that she's like not a perfect mom.
Mm.
And I think that's one of the things that maybe sometimes when we talk about moms, like, we have a tendency to like put our moms on a pedestal, which like rightfully so. Like, they're
Yeah.
strong
Yeah.
women and they deserve to be. But also in doing that, like realizing, I think my mom has been really helpful in making me realize like she's a human too.
Mhm.
Like, she told me, she was like, I'm not perfect. Like, you
Mhm.
don't have to make me out to be perfect. I'm not expecting any of that from you. Like, I know I've messed up and I just want to be better, like be better for you guys. And I think somebody who's willing to like admit their faults in themselves makes a great mom, because it can be so hard sometimes to maybe admit like that you're not doing something right. I know it's just in life daily, it's hard to admit when you're not doing things right.
Yeah.
And then so to be able to admit that like for your kids so that you can be better, like to me, that just shows like an insane amount of love that you're willing to like better yourself for somebody that you made. Like, it's a piece of you.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think moms are just so awesome and they make the world go round. And I
Yes.
cannot wait like for the day that I get to be a mom. And I don't know. I'm excited whenever that day may come.
So hopefully by the time like this episode is out, either my cousin is still pregnant or she's already had the baby. So like I'm excited for her because like this is her year to be like a mom, and I always felt like she's had like motherly instincts and like because she has her niece and her nephew, so she knows what that's kind of like to like kind of play as mom when she's taking care of her niece and her nephew. So like I'm really excited to see how she's going to like do this like for her kid now, like take care of her kid, like love her kid, care, provide. Like I'm excited for her. And I think when I see her do that, even though I have another cousin who has kids, right? Her sister has kids. Like I got to see her do that already. Like, but now it's someone else in the family. Like my cousin is similar age, to get to see them do that. Like now it's like it puts everything like it's happening. Like we're starting to become moms. Like we're gonna like.
You have to wait till we go to Disney. I already told you.
Yes, I have to wait. I want to go to Disney one more time.
I can't make any promises.
Before
I really can't.
You gotta go on Space Mountain.
If I'm pregnant next year, I'll be on the teacups. I'll be holding your jackets and stuff.
But the point is that you're still going.
Yeah, I'll be there.
We gotta do the drinking around the world.
We'll take one.
I'll just be waddling.
Oh my God.
Know? It's gonna be so cute.
but like it's happening, you guys. Ooh.
Okay, so this is our Mother's Day episode. So obviously, can you guys describe like kind of the relationship that you have with your mom a little bit?
My mom and I were like, she's my best friend. She's like literally the person I go to for everything. I remember when I was like first getting like I got married and everything, and like I was stuck on something, she would be the first person I call. Like first, like just she's my rock in a lot, like in every way. She's my rock in every way. Which is why I get upset when she doesn't take care of herself. Episode 9. But yeah, my mom is my rock in every way. She's my best friend. And the one thing that I really do love about her is that she has such a strong, I don't want to say personality because she, you know what I mean when I say strong personality though, but I don't know where I'm going.
Like you don't mean it negatively.
Yes,
No,
exactly. No. Like she just keeps
big personality.
Yes, that's what I meant. And like everyone knows her for it, and everyone knows her for her thoughtfulness, her selflessness, and just her compassion to help other people. Yeah, those are the things I love about my mom.
If you guys haven't like realized by now by listening to the podcast, my mom and we have such a strong, like healthy relationship. Like Liana said, like that woman, I can just talk to her about anything and she won't get upset. She's very understanding. Maybe there are times where she's gotten upset, but like, but we've learned how to like, you know, get our feelings across, use our words to make sure that we're on the same page. And she's just like, she's a perfect combination of a lot of things to what it takes to be a mom. Yeah. Like she has the perfect formula of like knowing what to say at the right time, being there for me at the right time. And I hope like one day I get to like know that balance, to be supportive, give myself to my child in all the ways that I can, and you know, make sure like my kid, I don't want to say discipline, but like because my mom had me like you know, like everything had to be aligned, and she was kind of hard on me, you know, about a lot of I want to say a lot of things, but certain things, like I want to know that balance, because I want to say she did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
You know, so I hope that one day I get to know that balance and be able to give that to my child, because I love what we have, and I want to give that to my kids. You never know.
You reminded me of like, do you remember in episode 8 when I was saying how like I had a really bad mental week and everything? Like I didn't even have to tell my mom. Like I didn't tell her that I had a bad week. I didn't tell her what happened. And every day she would call me and be like, what is wrong? What is going on? Like I didn't have, like she knows me so well. And like that's another thing that I love about her, our relationship, is that she knows when something is bothering me, definitely. And like she'll just listen and give me advice and all that stuff. So definitely love that.
She could hear it in my tone of voice, like when I answer the phone and she's like, "¿Qué te pasa? What's going on? What's going on? You know, you gotta tell me, is everything okay?" And, you know, that's when, like, she'll drag it out of me, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
here you go.
I don't want to talk about it.
Don't want to talk about it. Like, it's easy not to talk about it, but then it feels great, amazing when you just, like, get it off your chest and you have someone just to listen to you.
Yeah.
And she makes that very easy to do, you know? Moms.
How's your relationship with your mom?
As I got older, we have gotten to a place where, I don't know, I'm really happy with it. My mom knows that, like, I look up to her, and that obviously there are things that I'll do differently with my kids, but there are some things that she did that I love, and I want to do with my kids one day, because, again, like, the three of us, we turned out pretty great.
You turned out fine. Listen.
And
Yes.
you know, my brother does really well in, like, his field of work. My youngest brother also does really well for himself. Like, she did it.
Mhm.
And I just want to be, like, at least, like, as half as strong as she is and was when we were growing up. And I'm just so happy that, you know, we were able to get to the place where we are now,
Mhm.
because, you know, with my dad, I haven't been able to get to that place yet.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's nice to have it with one of my parents.
Yeah.
And it's been really, I don't know, for me, it's been really great. Like, all of us, like, growing up together. I feel like no matter what age your parents have you, like, you're growing up together and
Oh,
learning
yeah.
together, because
Yes.
I was the first kid. Like, she had no idea what she
Yeah.
was doing. You never know what you're doing with your first
Definitely.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. Great time. Love her. Love this. Love this life.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think one of the things that I would do that my mom did with us is my mom, like, read to us at the end of the night when we were younger. There was this one book that I remember. It was, like, about a cat who was a chef. It was, like, called, like, Gato's Kitchen or something like that.
Aw.
It was a really cute book. And, you know, my mom, like, she cooked for us every night and, like, took that time to do those things for us. And she had us in sports. And I don't know, I feel like my mom was also going to school while raising us. And looking back on that now, I think when I was younger, I was just like, wow, she's busy all the time. But, like, looking back on it now, like, to me, that's incredible, because, like, she was willing to, like, sacrifice so much to do better for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's, like, a quality that I want to have as a mom. Like, something like school, like, you don't get the immediate gratification from it. It takes time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And to be willing to, like, put your time and effort into something just to make, like, things better for, like, not even just for yourself, because, like, we all went to school. We went to school for ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but she went to school for, like, her kids.
Yeah.
And there are definitely things that my mom, I guess now it's like your parenting techniques, your parenting style.
Mhm.
There are definitely things that I would do that my mom did. But more when it comes to mothering or parenting, there's a ton of qualities that my mom has had, you know, whatever, that I also want to have as a parent. My mom is, like, has, like, this great knack for, like, knowing what to say at the right time. And I think that's very important. And, I mean, again, she's a human. She's not perfect. Does she always hit the mark 100%? No, nobody ever will.
Mhm.
But I remember, like, really big moments, like, when I was getting ready to go to college and I just, like, was freaking out about what everybody was going to do with their lives, and I had no freaking idea. My mom knew what to say. When I was freaking out about the bar, she knew what to say.
Mhm.
Like, in those big moments, in the moments that I remember that matter to me, she's hit the mark 100%.
Mhm.
And she's always been very supportive of, like, the things that my brothers and I want to do, but she's also been very, like, grounding and realistic with us, like, leveled with us, and be like, okay, that's great that you want to do that, but how are you going to get there? Like, what are you going to do to get there?
Mhm.
And I think that's very important, because sometimes you'll have parents who are just like, my kid can do no wrong and is never
them
going
on
to
a
fail at
pedestal.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you fail, like, it hurts so much more, because you were like, well, nobody ever told me that I could fail. Like, how was
Yeah.
I?
Yeah.
But I think that's like something that I want to do. with my kids. Like, honestly, you don't want to take their dreams away, but you want to keep them like realistic.
Level-headed.
Like,
Yeah.
I think you can do anything and everything under the sun. You have to have the plan to get there, and just know that even if you do have the plan, that it might not work. Like, it's not always like 100%. So that's, I don't know. That's just something that I really admire about like how my mom parented us. But what about you guys? What are some things that y'all's moms did that y'all would do?
So I think of activities, like fun things that my mom and I used to do. Like sometimes we would, like Sundays at home would kind of be like a day to chill. Like, and I took this, I don't want to say like rule, but it was kind of a rule in the house. We don't do anything after 3:00 on a Sunday.
Oh.
She'd be like, nope, that's it. We're done with any like house chores or any like groceries, anything house chores related. That's it. Nothing. I'm not going out. Nobody asked me to go anywhere after 3:00. Like, because that was her time to like Sunday scaries, you know?
Oh,
like
yeah.
mentally prepare for the week, but also kind of like, but chill at home. So after 3:00, we would like sit in front of the TV. And if there were like our favorite movies were on, so we love John Hughes's collection of movies. Like we love John Hughes movies. 16 Candles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Breakfast Club, like those movies, like those are our movies. Mostly because like that was like her teenage years. Like that's the era that she, the time that she grew up in. And we would just like have our snacks, eat our favorite foods because she's a foodie like me. She'll eat anything. And we just like love doing that. We used to love doing that. And like think about it, like this was the time where like no Netflix. Not like you could pause it. Like it was a commercial. You had to go run to the bathroom.
I remember those times.
You have to like run to the bathroom or go run to the kitchen and get your, get something to eat and be like, okay, it's back on. And then we come right back, come running back into the living room. Like those are the things I want to continue to, do and have laugh, haha moments with my kid or sad moments, depending whatever we're watching with it, right? Get in our feelings to make sure like it's okay to be in your feelings. I think, and it was then too, like whatever movie we'd be watching, whether it's happy or sad, like if it was a sad movie, like she would cry. And I guess like that taught me to be like, it's okay to cry if there's a sad moment on TV or whatever in the movie that we're watching. It's okay to be in your feelings. That was one way. But she also, like, even when we used to, like, have discussions, she would, like, remind me that I'm human. It's okay to be in your feelings. It's okay to feel what you feel. And try to help me, get out of certain situations. Again, mom, she's just everything. She's universal, right? Yeah, so those are some of the things that I enjoyed doing with her and having our mom-daughter moments. What about you, Liana?
Let's see. There's so many things that I'd want to pass on. I think one of the bigger things is just like my mom is very much just like if she has to go somewhere, she's taking all her kids with her. Like no matter where it is. Doctor's appointment, taking my kids. Party, taking my kids. Like wherever she was, we were there. So I think that's something that I would definitely want to like pass on, like to make them like know that I'm here. I'm always here. No matter what I have going on in the day, I always have time for you guys. For my future children. Definitely want to pass that on or something that I want to do. Like I remember my mom, she used to have this party store business called Illusion. And it was similar to like a 99-cent store or like a fancier 99-cent store because it was more focused on like party decor and all that stuff. And so I remember just like being there all the time. After school, there. Weekends, there. So and it was such a fun thing to like be in like my mom's space and just see her work and everything. Yeah. I would want to bring that to my kids. And like just also like letting them talk about their feelings, like what, like if there's something going on with them, like I want to be able to be that person for them that they can come to for anything, just like how my mom is for me. So that's something that I would definitely want to do with my kids.
Is there anything that you guys would do differently?
Yeah. So, my mom and I aren't gonna always like be on the same page, and or have the same interests, right? So sometimes there are things where I can't think of something specific right now, but there are like things that we don't relate on or she doesn't take an interest in. And because she doesn't take an interest in, it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like no reciprocation, like no feedback. And it's kind of hard sometimes because I want her to like be engaged in the conversation about it or ask me more things about it. I get it from my dad too, but like I think I feel it more with her because I talk to her all the time, right? So I feel like generations change all the time, new fads come in and out or whatever. So like what I want with my kid is that I want to make sure like Mean Girls, I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom. Like be in touch with my kids' generation and like wanna, I'm not saying I want to be all up in their business, but like
but like have like a finger on the pulse of what's happening.
Yes, exactly. So that way we can continue to keep a healthy relationship. Like I understand what their what their interests are,
on stuff.
connect, and then like differently. And this is not like, it's not my parents' fault, but like more like education. Like I told you, my parents didn't like complete college, didn't finish college, didn't go to college, and that was rough for me. Like when I was applying for colleges, applying for like grants, financial aid, because I had to do that on my own. So like what I know will happen differently when I have kids is like I already know what that process is, what college is. So I can be supportive and give my knowledge of that process to my kid. Because I think they're like in the Latinx community, like now we see a lot of like our generation earning a higher education, right? And their parents didn't, for certain reasons, immigration, migrating to the country, to a new country. So they had to learn on their own, but it's like it's very, like you said, gratifying to know that we have that knowledge and we can pass that knowledge on to our kids. Give that piece of advice and be there for our children and like helping them, with their educational goals, their career goals. Like I'm actually excited for that. Yeah. Knowing that I did it and now I can do it, like help them.
Yeah, I think one thing that I love that my mom did was that college in our house, it was talked about like when you go, not if you go. Like when you go to college, you'll do this, or when you. And I feel like some people would take that as like pressure, but for us, it honestly just kind of instilled in us that we could do it.
Yeah.
That like it was a capable and it was a viable dream for us, because I feel like a lot of the time like schools don't really market college as an opportunity for kids of color. And so when you're getting it in the home, like it's reaffirming, oh, I can do this. So I understand that. So I think with my kids, I want to be able to verbalize more of like why what is happening is happening. Because I feel like sometimes, like just in all adults, like, oh, well, they're kids, so we're just going to do this. And like, you just have to go with what I say because I'm the adult. And I think sometimes like there are definitely situations where, kids don't need to know like what's going on behind the scenes or like with family. But also sometimes like kids can be confused by why things are the way that they are. So there definitely be some situations where I just want to like explain myself or explain what is happening, like why this is happening or why we're doing things this way.
Yeah. It's like about teaching your kid the why and the repercussions of if you do a certain action, this is what's going to happen. My grandmother, my mom growing up, when she was in her teenage years, it was always no with my grandmother. No,
my mom too.
no. It was never why, you can't do this. And I guess that was my mom's different way of like, raising me was like, I'm going to tell Amanda no. There are going to be things where I'm going to tell Amanda no, but this is why I'm telling you no.
Yeah.
And this is what could happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then when she felt like I was responsible enough, she let me say yes. But now I already know why.
Yeah.
You know,
like what like saying yes, but like what the negative consequences of saying yes could be.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I know if in my big old age of 28 years old, I'm still a why person, that, you know, whatever toddler I have is going to be a why person. Also, though, I think a big thing that I've learned to realize is that like parents parent how they learn to be parents.
Mm-hmm.
And so if your blueprint's off in the beginning, then obviously the things that you take with you are going to be off. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it does with like self-correction. Like you learn as you go.
Yeah. One other thing I'm going to keep, because we know this is also big in the Latinx community. If your child asks to go out with their friends, what are we asking of them?
House.
who are the friends? What are their names?
Yeah.
I need the phone numbers.
That too. I was going with the cleaning first. But then
but you're right.
Phone numbers.
My mom, she needed to know everything.
I need to know who have I met them before? Who are they?
Yeah.
Why are you going out with them? Yes. Where did you meet them?
Yes.
And then if like, you know, the thing the kids used to do, my mom can take us. Can your mom drop us off? That thing.
Yeah.
And my mom would be like, well, who's taking you? Or who's going to bring you home?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she would be like looking. Like it was very rare for me. I don't think there was ever a point in my life actually where I was with somebody that my mom did not know their parents or who the person was that had met the friend before.
Yep.
So yeah, I need all the business. I'm sorry.
That's something I gotta
know.
Yeah.
But yes, I also need them to like work for it too. Like, oh, you want to go outside? Okay, well, your room's a mess.
Yeah.
You're gonna leave my house with your room looking like that? No.
It ain't gonna fly. I need you to get this together.
Going 2 days out in a row? What?
Oh,
no. Never.
Why are you in the streets for? What do you need to be in the streets for?
Never.
¿Qué eres de la calle? ¿O qué eres de la calle? No.
What about you, Liana? What are there any things that you would do differently?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I think kind of similar to what Amanda was saying about like opening up connections, like being like present in like your kids' lives, but also like learning to listen when you're trying to get your point across and not having such a tunnel vision. And just trying to like put yourself in my child's shoes and see how they're seeing the world through their eyes, and trying not to like, but to guide them in like that right path, whatever that path is for them, kind of thing. That's something that I would do differently.
I also feel like it can be hard sometimes because, again, all this is hypothetical. We don't have children, and we can say all these things now and be completely different when we have kids, because I feel like, again, we've got to bring it back to true crime, because I feel like a lot of the ways that parents react is fear-based. Like, how do you not realize that you put yourself in a dangerous position? Like, and honestly, like now that I'm this old, like, of course they're going to react that way. Like, first, you know, I wasn't an angel growing up. There was a moment in time where I snuck out and my mom just flipped out on me, and rightfully so. Like, you hear all these stories about these crazy things that happen, and it's just like you don't think about that as a kid. You're in it for the fun and the enjoyment.
Yeah.
And your like response to that as a teenager, you're like, but I know it's not gonna happen to me.
Yes,
yeah, it's not me.
It's not me
it's
though.
Not you, it's
or
the
like
people
and like you're
outside.
freaking out. I went to have fun with friends. Like you're freaking out for nothing. But no, like there's scary people in the world. So I feel like sometimes when parents, like when I think back and it's like, oh, I thought my mom was overreacting, but no, my mom was scared something was gonna happen to this life that she created.
Yeah. I mean, looking back now, I am so happy that my mom has said no to all of the things I wanted her to say yes to. Like looking back, I'm just like, oh, thank you for that, Mom. I really appreciate you.
Oh, but goodness. Yeah. No, it was a good word. It was a good word to younger Christina. But yeah, you know, moms, they know a lot. They know way more than our younger selves think they do. Yep. And I do feel like that's gonna, you know, they say that you get what you gave when you have kids.
Oh gosh.
And oh my God, I hope that is not true.
Oh no.
I hope I give birth to a little angel.
I'm very
who just never
afraid.
does that to me. Because
Yeah.
I can just see my mom now, like, mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Oh, really? Wow.
Oh, you thought it was so easy. Thought I was
Oh,
freaking out for
wow.
nothing.
Who would have guessed?
Okay, so to end our Mother's Day episode, you guys, what is one of your favorite memories that you have when you think of you and your mom?
Again, so going back to cleaning, because that's all I knew growing up as a kid, right? Like in the middle of our like cleaning, we would have like we have music in the background. We have salsa, you know, a little bit of cumbia, merengue in the background, like you know. And there would be times where we would stop and we would dance in front of the stereo, and you know, and I remember like it specifically. I remember like Mark Anthony being like and playing in the background, and we would like sing and dance, and she would twirl me around, and like I remember that vividly.
Oh.
Yeah, and so she found a way to make cleaning fun. But that's like the one thing that comes to mind, right? The memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With her.
I don't actually think I have like one specific thing. I think I don't, and maybe it's just because like I haven't lived at home in so long, and also I'm a little homesick this week. But I think one of my favorite things when I think of my mom is I love to go with her to get the groceries and to like run our errands for the week or run the errands for the house for the week. And because like we just hang out, we talk about what's going on. And then I love when I'm home and like when she cooks, I'll stand like in the door frame of like the kitchen, and we'll just talk about her day and my day and what's been going on. And I'm sure there are like a million big moments that I just like can't pull into my brain right now. But one of the hardest things about like being away from home and not living at home, even at almost 30 years old, is I miss like the little moments like more than anything.
Yeah.
Just being there and like hanging out with her and doing like very mundane things.
Yeah.
Those are like my favorite times.
Yeah. I think for me, so Sundays were my mom's off days from her family business that she had, and so like I just remember, like it was a nice day. It was sunny out, and like I woke up before her, and like I just remember her like snuggling me like that, and that I don't know why that was the first memory that came up, but that was just a memory that I hold so close because it's just like, wow, like I'm being snuggled and she loves me and I love her and now we're here together and we're just going to spend the day together and all that stuff. And I was like, what, maybe 5, 6 years old. Yeah. I still remember that right there in front of my head.
Oh.
And like, I don't know about you guys. I'm getting teary because that made me cry. What you just said. Like, I don't know about you guys because I missed my mom this week. Anyways, I don't like when I would make sure like I would hug her but smell her. Like there was a certain area like underneath her neck, above her chest. Like I could smell her perfume, but it was like her natural scent also at the same time.
Yeah.
And like I still know what that smells like. I think you said it too. Like when you and
my mom used to get ready.
And she used to put perfume in the bathroom, and then she would leave, but you would go back into the bathroom and you'd smell it. Like, ooh, I miss that.
Yeah, I do. That I definitely like. If somebody showed me how to make scents, like I could bottle that scent up. It's that strong in my sense memory.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, obviously we love our mommies.
Yes, immensely.
And we want to wish Happy Mother's Day to any moms that are listening to us and all the moms out there. We hope you have very stress-free, peaceful day, hopefully. Just know that you are loved and appreciated. I was very bad about that when I was younger, letting my mom know that I appreciate her. Moms, we appreciate you so much. And to
Yes.
our
Yeah.
moms,
Yes.
we freaking love y'all,
Love you.
obviously.
Love you so much. Yes.
And thank you for everything that you did for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you guys,
Yes.
it's the end of our Mother's Day episode and the end of our 10th
10th
episode. 10th. Yay.
Yes.
I need one of those things that like clap.
So, Liana, when can the people find us?
You guys can catch us here every Wednesdays, wherever you listen to your podcast, and here on YouTube. Leave us a glowing review. Tell us how much you love us. Because we love you.
And you can also find us on Instagram at Glowing Up Latina. Continue to hit that, like button, like our stories, comments. We love your comments. DMs, love getting the DMs. And you can always email us too with any topics you'd like for us to discuss here on the podcast at glowinguplatina@gmail.com.
Until next week, keep glowing, mija.
Bye.
Bye.